Elon is 9 years old, and he doesn't have a father. Elon's father passed away about a year ago. And it seems, ever since, his mother hasn't been the same. She's always angry with whatever Elon does. Elon is very good with his studies, but he's not so much athletic. But his mother is always angry and always telling him to do better. "Mom, I got a 98 on my test." "That's great, Elon, but your gym teacher complained to me that you've been sitting out on the bleachers." "Yeah." "Elon, you have to be like your dad. He was smart, intelligent, and he was also very strong and athletic." And so, be it in the rain or the sun, or even in the dead of winter, his mother would bring him to the park so he could play, or rather, train his body. But recently, every time Elon has been coming to the park, or even when he was out with his mother, on the bus or at the store, he has been noticing a man staring at them. He even told his mother once, but his mother doesn't believe him. "Mom, I think that man is following us." "No, he's not. He's just minding his business. Let's go." And even today at the park, Elon noticed him again. Who is he? Why does he keep looking at us? Creep. Ow! Seeing Elon fall, Joanna rushed to help him. "Elon, what is the matter with you? You couldn't climb this simple ladder?" "Mom, I don't have good balance. I'm not strong enough." "Rubbish. You are what you make yourself. If you think other kids have better balance than you be extra cautious and keep trying. If you think you have a weakness, you have to figure why. You have to figure how you can resolve it and strengthen yourself." "Okay, Mom." Elon got up and brushed himself off as his mother went back and sat on the bench. But this time, when Elon managed to climb all the way up, he noticed a creepy man walk towards his mother and sit with her. "Your son, he looks very smart, but not so much into sports, is he?" "No, it's not like that. He doesn't have a dad, and I'm trying to encourage him as much as I can, but if his dad was here, things would have been different." "True, but everyone has to have the potential as well. And even then, how much is really in the hands of the parents? You can try to raise them in a way, and when they grow up, they turn out to be like something else." "Rubbish. It's not like that. There might be some truth in it in this day and age, but think about it. There was a time when parents actually raised their children. These days, parents don't raise their child. First, they allow them to be influenced by all the outer sources. They send them to school, where they're being influenced by different teachers, friends. They allow them to indulge anything and everything from the media. And then parents whine. Their child didn't turn out the way they raised them. How can we expect them to go into water and not get wet? The man looked at Joanna for a while before he smiled. "You're an amazing mother." As the man got up and left, Joanna suddenly heard a rustle behind her. She turned to see Elon hiding behind the tree. "Elon, what are you doing there? Why were you talking with that creep?" "How do you know he's a creep? Don't you see he comes to the park alone? He doesn't even have a kid, and he was looking at us the whole time." "You're probably right. Maybe he doesn't have kids. That's why he comes here. Seeing other kids play makes him feel happy. Maybe someday he wants kids of his own." Don't be too quick to judge, Elon. There could be many reasons behind every action. Always consider all the possibilities, what is possible and what is probable. As Joanna's watch alarm went off, she got up. "Time to go. We have to drop by the supermarket and the pharmacy, and then we can go home." "All right." It was around 6 p.m. when Elon and Joanna got to the supermarket. But after waiting in line for so long, by the time they got out, it was dark, and it had started snowing. "Mom, can you make fried chicken tonight?" "Sure, but you have to help me cook." "I hate cooking." As the mother and son walked down the parking lot, suddenly, Joanna heard footsteps rushing towards them. She turned to see a man. His eyes were red, his hands shoveling his pocket as he took out a gun. Joanna quickly pushed Elon behind her. "Give me your bag." The man wasn't in his senses. His hands were shaking. He was unstable. "Look, your hand is shaking. I'll give you my bag. You don't have to point it at us." "Yeah, right. So you scream for help?" "I'm not going to do that." "Oh, so you can attack me." In the heat of the moment, the man fired and snatched the bag away and ran off. As Joanna collapsed to the ground, bleeding, Elon was devastated. "Mom! Mom!" Elon desperately looked around for help. "Help! Someone help!" But there was no one around. Until Elon saw the man from the park. He slowly walked towards his way. Elon ran to him. "Mister, please, help my mom." The man looked at him before he got down on his knees and held his shoulder. "I'm sorry, kid. I can't do anything, but I promise you, one day you will avenge her. I have to go now." The man then got up to leave. No, please, mister, help us." And he simply left Elon all alone, left his mother all alone. Panicked, Elon went to his mother and held her crying. "Mom! Mom!" her last breath, she smiled at him. Elon, never underestimate yourself. You're no less than anyone else. Never consider failure. If someone else can do something, you can do it too. And you can do it better. You're capable, even by yourself. No, Mom, I don't want to be by myself. But as Elon cried, Joanna took her last breath. Mom? 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 Did you see the man's face? He's traumatized, not now. Don't worry, buddy. Things are gonna be all right. Elon, you'll be staying with another family, all right? They'll take care of you. Elon, it's time for your bed. Good night. Joanna Adams passed away. That night changed Elon forever. The boy was filled in grief and rage. All he tried to do was recall the face of his mother's murderer. But he couldn't. And no matter what, he couldn't forget the face of the man who refused to help his mother. But whenever Elon felt like he couldn't go on anymore, he remembered his mother's last words and drove himself on. As the years went by, he dedicated himself to his studies and strengthening all his weaknesses. And it was 8 years living in foster care before Elon moved back to his home. But now, he was all alone in a home filled with memories of his mother and father. Even now, so many years later, Elon still tries to remember the face of the man who took his mother's life, but he can't remember it. He tries to forget the man who refused to help his mother, but he can't forget. No. No! Elon woke up anxious. It was 6 a.m. He walked to the dressing table when his eyes suddenly caught his reflection. There was something about his face that seemed so familiar. The face he wants to forget is none other than his own. It was me all along. Elon has been working on the theory of relativity, researching and experimenting on quantum physics. And within a matter of the last 20 years, he was able to build his own time machine. And to his amazement and contentment, it worked. Success. With this discovery of his, he only had one thing in mind: to go back and save his mother. So Elon returned 20 years back to the winter of 1995, when he was only 9 years old. He returned to his home. He saw his mother dropping him off at school. He followed her, a little confused seeing her go to the hospital. Why is she going to the hospital? The oncology department? Mom had cancer? Elon was shocked learning the truth. All this time, his mother had been ill. She had been in pain, yet she never let him realize. She had been preparing him to be on his own. Elon was heartbroken. There is no way he can save her. If not for the gunman, the cancer will take her down. And if Elon tampers with the timeline, everything would change in the future. And he was willing to go through with that. But now, there is nothing he can do to save his mother. That evening, he followed his mother and watched her pick him up from school and take him to the park. And that night, he waited for the time it would happen. Mister, please, help my mom. I'm sorry, kid. I can't do anything, but I promise you, one day, you will avenge her. I have to go now. As his mother took her last breath, Elon followed after the man who took her life. He would soon find out who he is. What are you looking at? After all these years, that face embedded in his mind. Elon returned to the future, to his present. He kept searching for the man, and soon discovered life had changed a whole deal for him too. Now, the man, Goldman, was a big-time criminal, involved in all the wrong business. He owned a casino and was living a life of luxury. Taking all his preparation, Elon went to the casino. He waited, scanning the building, observing the security, and keeping an eye on Goldman. And finally, one evening, he got the right opportunity. Following Goldman into the bathroom, he had the man at gunpoint. How about I finish my business, and then you do what you have to do? Why? So people don't find your body in this pathetic state? Who are you? What the hell do you want from me? Do you work for the police? Why? So that you can bribe me? Look, we can come to negotiations. You don't have to do this. Who has sent you? The Falcones? The Maronis? I'll pay you twice. Thrice what they're paying you. I don't want your money. Then why? What do you want? You didn't recognize me, did you? Who are you? I am the son of the woman you killed 20 years ago at that parking lot. Look, kid, it was an accident. We can work things out. Nothing can bring my mother back. No. No. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.